Alright, YouTube. So we're here with Johnny, Dennis, ProjectCCG. A little late on the ban list, but we already saw it, so we're just gonna diagnose the balance a little bit. We'll go through the card and see what our thoughts about and how does it fit the meta and prices and what's been selling over the weekend, because we've been selling them since it came out on Friday afternoon, and Johnny said the last 3 days have been super busy. So we'll let you know on the concept on the shop side of things what happened. So the first card you see here, the first thing you see is effective from 9/14, 14/9. I don't know why it's backwards European time. But 9/14, it's gonna be this coming Monday, and we're tournaments on Wednesday and Thursday, so those will be legal by then. It's actually, I think, one of the first times that it came out on Friday and then Monday right after.
Usually I think there might have been one of the ban lists that came out on Friday.
Yeah, but usually it's on Monday, and the following Monday, but yeah, we'll go to the first card. First card is Block Dragon. What do you think about that?
The Block Dragon needed to get hit for Emancipators, probably like the ace monster that they had. Generated so much advantage for them. With Block Dragon being hit, it kind of checks Emancipators in a way, but it's not completely dead. You can still play the deck, but it's not as powerful or insane as it was before. So,
do you still think it's me tier 1?
Tough to say at the moment, because there's going to be other decks that might overpower it. But if the format stays pretty stable, I can see it being tier 1 still.
Okay. The next card we see is Jet Synchron. Yeah. So that's like a needle fiber card, right?
Yeah, it's a needle fiber card, and with Jet Synchron, it's a 1-card combo where you can end on Herald of Arclight and World Savage Dragon just with that 1 card.
Just summoning it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just summoning it. It's pretty.
So you think it had to go?
Yeah, it had to go.
And then O-Lion.
O-Lion, not a 1-card combo, but it's a card that benefited a lot from Auradon, the Link 3. With that card, it kind of checks Auradon. Now you have to play other cards like Colt Wing to replace with it. So it's a card that when you link away with it, you generate a token. It's just too much advantage.
It's like the same reason Steam got banned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the token cards banned really quickly. So all 3 of them, you think they were justifiable? Okay, nothing like over crazy. No. So that's. Do you think they missed anything out of the forbidden list?
With the current ban list, the Aldrich, I don't think should have been touched at all, because again, it's just a really. It's a set like even though it got released alongside with like Dual Overload and like Secret Slayers, it's still a deck that it's not too overpowered. And again, you were seeing lists like that played with Synchron Eldrick, and then it was just the engine being splashed with everything. Same with Invoke. Like, I don't think Invoke should have been hit. So that. And then we had Dinosaurs again. It's just
miscellaneous source if they hit anything.
Yeah. And then what else do we have? I'm pretty sure there's something I'm missing.
The one card I was really upset was Mystic Mine. It's not on here. What the fuck? So like, I'm not coming back to Mystic Mine. It's gone. That card is so dumb.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, mine is one of those cards that just it's a card I think that keeps everything in check. Yeah, keeps everything in check. It's a card that Konami sees in their eyes like, oh, if anything gets too over dramatic, people are just gonna resort to play that.
Okay.
Even though it's cancerous of that sound.
It's got God mode. Like you play it, you Exodia them, deck them out. So that's it for the forbidden list. Let's go to the limited list. So this one was actually pretty wild when I saw it. We'll get there when we get there. Double Iris Magician. I actually didn't know why this was banned to begin with. I had to read the card again. I have the Pendulum card, but I don't remember why. Do you remember why?
Double Iris, it's one of those cards that searches, if I remember right. Is it a Swelling Trap card? Actually, no, let me look it up.
You don't even remember it. I think what it does is you target another card and it doubles the attack.
Okay, so yeah, I was right. It's a card that searches one of the Time Pendulographs, either the star or the time.
The trap card, right?
Yeah, so it's one of those cards that gave Pendulum deck itself a huge boost, but this is the time when Electromite was still around.
Yeah.
And combined with that, it was like super overpowered, but Electromite's still banned. And so Double Iris isn't really as abused now, because you can't pop it immediately.
Okay.
You can search it with Dual Alliance, but again, you can't trigger its effect immediately like you would with Electromite.
Yeah, so then back then you would put it in the scale and pop it?
Pop it, search the trap card.
And the trap card's super sane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so now it's at 1 for forbidden. The next card is Bardash. So Johnny's rusty Bardash master over here. He was playing before it was cool, guys.
Like, it's the one card that gets you guaranteed 2 swords. It's basically 2 free negates.
Yeah.
Right there and then. It was banned though, because many people were overusing it. Especially with a lot of combos. With Orcus, a lot of combos were just like, not the 2 swords weren't even like, it was like cherry on top.
Yeah, because then you would get the Dingrisu pop and then Bardash pop and then it would chain block.
Yeah.
And then on their turn, you'll symbol it back and pop 2 more cards. That's like +4, and then the double sword, another +2, so +6, and it was just too much. Yeah.
And I think Konami did this on their part. It's pretty smart because they're releasing Phantom Rage, a lot of Phantom Knight support, so it's probably one of the best Phantom Knights in the game. Why not limit it back to 1 and then sell their set?
You think after Phantom Mage finish selling, they're gonna get rid of it?
If they see a lot of play in their meta, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think that was one of the mistakes they made. That card's too insane. But I see why they did it, but I think just too insane. We'll go to the next card. The next card is Call by the Grave. That was really interesting when I saw that one.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to push what's the new card? Designator card?
Crossout
Designator? Yeah, but it's not out yet, right? So
I don't remember if when OCG got their ban list, the one before this, before Dragoon got hit. I don't know if Call by the Grave got hit on their end, but I think this is the first time we've seen like a card that checks like hand traps get like affected, which made Triple Tactics Talents, a card from Rise of the Lewis, go up like insane.
And droplets too.
Droplets too, yeah.
So I don't know if they got rid of it just to make the droplets, tactics, and Cross the Designator more expensive card. So that was kind of weird they did that. But there is alternatives, more expensive alternatives obviously. And the next card is Harpy's Feather Duster. 15 years, John. When's the last time you played a Harpy's Feather Duster in the main event?
Dude. Was it even around 2004? It might have been around 2004 with like early Chaos, not back in the day, but other than that, it's been banned ever since.
Yeah.
OCG's had this card for quite a while.
Yeah, like at least 3 years, I think.
Why Konami justified unbanning it finally up until now is, I don't know why.
So one of the things that I thought was really interesting was that Heavy Storm is still banned.
Heavy Storm is banned.
Yeah, but why Harpy Feather should come back? So, of all times you bring back now, because like there was a Striker format and Ultra Guys format, like they could have come back then, and then Draco format too. Like they could have came back then, but now it came back. So I don't know why now, especially, but we'll see. It's gonna be a staple in every side deck, I think, at least. Along with your triple lightning storm, if you're playing that kind of thing and evenly match. It's just like one of those back row removals that you need to have if you're playing a combo deck and going second. So yeah, I think it's gonna be. And whatever price, right? Did we have any in stock?
When it first came out, no, because it's been a card that people it's been on their radar for the longest. So they've always been buying it just to have it on the side, just in case it ever comes back. And we had 3 in stock, but then we sold them like maybe 2-3 weeks before.
Oh, okay. Like the cheapest one is the rare one from the like battle pack.
$26.
Yeah, $26. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. So get your Harpy Feather Duster now, and then I think that's it. That's it for the limited. And this is where it gets crazy with the semi-limited. You see Sir come back and Graph come back. So BA best deck. There's some combos out there. Tour Guide equals +10. Gets with our Scarm Search. So yeah, I don't know why now. I guess they're selling Phantom Rage. They're trying to really push Phantom Rage.
Yeah, Burning Abyss is one of those decks that really meshes well with Phantom Knights. So again, might have been part of R&D's decision, like, oh, Burning Abyss, Phantom Knight. Why not just like cut some slack and then try to sell our set? Yeah. But there might be another reason why Burning Abyss came back. Probably maybe in the next future sets, because our ban list is all the way until December. December,
yes.
So they might release like a side. Maybe there's a side set coming out between now and the holidays that, I don't know, promote fiends in some way. Yeah. I know they're getting a fiend card that lets you. It's a spell card that's a reborn for fiends. Yeah. You discard something and reborn something. That might have been it. Again, Konami, they always know, so something I have to keep an eye on.
Some R&D in there. And then there you see ABC Buster Dragon, totally awesome. I thought that was kind of needed because with the new format, you can start putting stuff on your main zones. Not you have to use extra deck zones, and but ABC Buster and Totally Awesome hasn't been being played. I think it's just because it's been at 1. ABC Buster needs to have at least 2, because then the first turn you make the first Buster, and then you tag out during their turn, and then you can't go to another Buster for follow play. So now you can go to like a 2 rank 4s and a Buster to get 2 removals and like try to go for game that way. Something Totally Awesome. You can't play frogs with just 1 frog with 1 awesome, Totally Awesome. It's like super hard. So I think 2 now, maybe they're more playable. I think 3 would have been too much, but I think 2 is perfect number for in that sake.
So again, maybe ABC Buster got semi-limited now due to like support they got an Eternity Code, which was quite a while back.
Oh yeah, they had the new gadget cards, Union cards, yeah.
Totally Awesome. Again, maybe it was probably just to promote the deck itself, since kind of needs it needs another Totally Awesome to make it more
viable. Yeah. And then that's it for the semi-limited. And in terms of these cards, did we sell? Did you see a lot of people coming in for these cards?
Yeah, I sold ABC Core for sure. A lot of people were asking for Burning Abyss cards, Phantom cards in general.
Yeah, non-stop Phantom cards and Burning Abyss cards. Yeah.
Harpy's Feather Duster, people were buying it. I mean, I did pick up some. People did come to sell any copies that they had extra. I bought them and then I resold them like the day of. Same thing. I also have people trying to sell researchers too. The deck Emancipators, but like, I mean, I still bought them in because I mean, like, it doesn't hurt to have them.
because they thought the deck's dead, right? Everyone
Yeah.
gets like, when the Banlist come out, people get scared and
They
just like
get-
unload everything.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last cards are the unlimited cards that came off the Banlist.
Yeah.
The first one you see is Sakura the Instructor. This was like an OTK card back in the day, right? Did it get errata or something? Why did it come back?
It might be the errata once that you can only activate one trap card from your hand once per turn. That's
Yeah, so
probably
before you can activate traps during your turn.
Yeah.
So once it gets attributed, you can start activating traps.
Yeah.
So I guess for our coworker here, it says like it's once per turn now. So I guess that's fair. Came off. Tour guide to 3. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, ulti tour guides. You're selling me.
Tour guides themselves? No, we never had any in stock.
Okay.
But we were selling some of the lore already, like the ones that came out from W Overload, the Ultra ones, the
Yeah,
common
yeah.
ones. Those went pretty well.
Yeah.
Tour guide to 3 again.
It's BA, man.
Yeah.
They brought back Zurich, Graf, tour guide, Bardash.
Bardash.
Like, they just all gotta do is bring back Beatrice and they have the full power. I think it's even better than full power because now we have Rhino.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So,
Yeah, alright. Next card is Invishki Go Gust
Kraken.
Kraken. That's the hand loop card, right?
yeah, the deck itself doesn't really do as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you have cards like Dimensional Barrier that checks rituals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure it's a card that.
If you
in
get
the
hand
meta
loop, it'd
now,
be really cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's viable now, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah. And then the last one, last two.
Second to last one.
I think the last one is Pantheism, the Monarchs. Oh man, I get that brings back nightmares, man. Playing BA
Yeah.
against Monarchs. Was it the Domain Monarchs? Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's one of Monarch's
And
probably best spell
Best deck,
cards
the
in
Lure of
game.
Darkness plus
Yeah.
1. Yeah,
I don't know if they're getting any support anytime soon. This one was a weird one.
yeah.
Maybe I might have missed something. The deck itself,
Seems like it's full power now.
yeah.
Domain Monarchs. Oh man, it's be annoying. And then the last card is Sky Striker Widow Anchor at 3.
Anchor 3.
Yeah. Engage is still at 0, so it does make the deck a little better because Gagari is at 3. So you can go. I think you got the most you can do is four anchors then, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can go Anchor, Kagari, Anchor. So 4 anchors in turn. So
Yeah.
that's pretty insane. I think it's at 3. It makes the deck a little bit stronger. I don't know if it makes it enough to become tier 1.
Again, if our format shapes up to be a control,
Yeah, a little slower,
control-ish
yeah.
type format, it might propel that deck to be tier 1. But
Yeah.
we'll get to see.
How do we sell any of those?
Widow Anchor, actually, surprisingly, out of all the customers that came in, I only got one person interested in
Strikers.
Strikers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of cards came off, so you can play ABC now. That's been a fan favorite. A lot of people. Burning Abyss. Everyone's a Dante fan, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
everyone's
that's
been-
been selling really well. Yeah, in terms of just even stuff people came in just to buy stuff because they're so excited of playing the new format, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't even like the cards that came off the list they bought, right?
No, they just wanted to start building stuff. I totally forgot about Monarchs too. Monarchs were something that
Yeah,
people wanted to buy too.
yeah. New format. Unfortunately, we probably won't get any events for the rest of the year. 2021. Maybe we'll see mid 2021 if that. But yeah, until December 15, I don't know what's gonna happen around Christmas time. I think Genesis Impact is out by that time yet, or no?
We get our new core set, Phantom Rage. We get a couple of side sets, and
Yeah.
we get a couple of reprint sets in, like the Maximum Gold and
Maximum Gold comes out, yes.
yeah.
Genesis Impact or no?
Genesis Impact
Yeah.
gets released before the Banlist too.
Yeah.
We might have another side set too. We don't know yet.
Yeah, so it's a lot of product between now and then the next ban list. So we'll see what happens with the next ban list. But yeah, if you're not playing, it's cool. It's time to recuperate. There's a lot of good decks that you can play that are pretty cheap right now. Shadal's a good one.
Yeah.
Salmon Grace, if you guys get the Soul Burner cards, that's pretty cheap. And ABC is relatively cheap as well, and just came off the ban list. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Please let us know down below what your favorite card is that came off the list. Mine's like the BA cards. Like our video, subscribe to the channel, like the content, ring the notification bell for all updates. Follow our social media down below, and we'll see you guys next one. Bye.